Hello, this is Eric from labofcoding.com. In the last video, we added a date picker to our due date field, and in this video, I'm going to pick up from that, and I'm going to create the URL which allows users to update existing to-dos in our database. So, for now, in our to-do form, we are only displaying the title, due date, and description. We are not displaying the done field. So we can add it so that when users want to update the done field, they'll be able to do so. So let's go to the forms.py file. So let's add the to-do, the done field, sorry. Let's refresh the page. Yeah, the done field has been added. So because we are adding all the fields in our which are in the model, we can just use the done all, and Django will be able just to pick all the fields that are in that model. So let's refresh. Yeah, so we still have all the 4 fields in our form. So we are going to create the view which will allow users to update existing to-dos. So let's call it to-do update. And just like the to-do detail view, it will be accepting a to-do which will be the to-do of the which will be the ID of the to-do that you want to update. So let's pass the request object as the first argument, and let's pass the to-do ID as the second argument. So in the update, first of all, we will grab the to-do using the to-do ID passed, and then we will check if the method is a post request and then update it. So we can copy this. Let's have it there. So we have grabbed the to-do with the past to-do ID. So first of all, we will check if the request method is a post. If it's a post, we will initialize the to-do form just like we did for the create view. But in this case, when we are initializing the form, we will pass another argument in the form known as instance, which is the instance of the object you want to update. In this case, you want to update the selected to-do. So if for every model form, it accepts the instance argument. So if you don't pass it, when you call the save method on the to-do, it will save and it will create a new object. But if you pass the instance argument, it will update that instance that you have passed. So in this case, because we are passing this to-do as the instance, when we call the save method on the form, it will update that instance. So we can still grab this. So we'll check if the form is valid. If it's valid, we'll call the form.save. But in this case, instead of creating a new to-do, it will update the instance passed to the form, which is the to-do that we have selected. And then we'll redirect the user to the index page. But also, if it's false, we'll return render the request object, and we are using the main to-do.html template, which we use in the to-do create, and we'll pass the form into the context. But for the to-do detail, for the to-do update view to work properly, we need to update the action. In this case, it's pointing to the to-do create. So when we call it in the to-do update view, it will create a new to-do. So what we can do, we can drop this one, and Django will be able to figure out what view to use for that form. So again, when the request method is not a post, if it's a get, for example, we will return the form, the template with the form passed with the context. But in this case, instead of passing the empty form, we'll pass the instance to do. So when a get request comes, the form will be populated with with the data of that instance, and they'll be able to change the data to whatever they want, and then they can pick they can update that. So we have created our view. The next thing is to register it in urls.py. So let's quickly copy this, and let's import the view, which is to do update, and let's pass it there. So the URL will have an update at the end after the to-do ID. So having registered our update view, let's go to the index page and let's have the title column, which will be acting as a link pointing to the update page for each to do. So we can have a href, and then let's use the Django URL tag to construct the URL which will be pointing to the to do update view. And let's pass the to do ID, which will be the PK of the current to do that we are looping in the for loop. So we'll display the title in the anchor, and then let's have this within the td element. Yeah, so I think all is well. We can now access the update view in the to do index view. So let's go to the browser and let's refresh this. Yeah, so now each link will be acting as a link pointing to the update view of that to do. So we can update this one. So let's say it's not done, and let's say buy the best fish in the market as the title. Let's save that. Yeah, so we can see that our to do has been updated correctly. So that is how you create update views, function based update views in Django. It's quite similar to the to do create view, to the create view. So that's it for now. We'll pick up from this in the next video. Thanks for watching.